The 1997 UK 2p coin, a hidden treasure worth big money. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the world of rare and valuable coins, with a special focus on a particular gem that's been making waves in the numismatic community, the 1997 UK 2p coin. You might be thinking, a 2p coin? How could that be worth anything more than a couple of pence? Well, I've got some exciting news for you. This little piece of history is now fetching upwards of $1,500 in certain cases. But why? What makes this coin so special, and what happened in 1997 that turned an otherwise mundane coin into a highly sought-after treasure? Let's dive into the fascinating history, the errors, and the insane value of the 1997 UK 2p coin. Let's start with a bit of history. The 2p coin, or 2p as it's known in the UK, was first introduced in 1971 as part of the UK's decimalisation of its currency. Prior to this, the British used the old system of pounds, shillings, and pence, which was complicated and not very intuitive for daily transactions. With decimalisation, 100 new pence were introduced to replace the old system. The first UK 2p coins were made of cupronickel, and they were roughly the size of the old shilling coin. Over the years, the design has evolved, but one thing that stayed consistent is the iconic image of Britannia, the symbol of British strength and sovereignty. For much of its life, the coin was a basic part of everyday transactions, often spent on small items like a pack of gum or a bus fare. So, how did a coin like this go from pocket change to a rare collector's item? It's all about a very specific error that occurred in 1997, a simple mistake that would go on to turn this coin into one of the most coveted collectibles in modern British numismatics. 1997 Error Coin. The story behind the 1997 2p coin's value is quite interesting, and it all starts with an error that occurred during its minting. Typically, coins are struck with great precision, each detail is carefully designed and minted to ensure consistency and accuracy. However, in 1997, something went wrong, and a number of coins were struck with a rare error. The error in question was related to the obverse side of the coin, the side that features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. In a handful of cases, the coins were struck with an incorrect portrait, one that was much smaller than the original design. This error was not just a subtle mistake, it resulted in coins that looked noticeably different from the standard 2p. On the left, you can see a standard 1997 2p coin. And on the right is the error coin. As you can see, the portrait of the Queen on the error coin is much smaller, which is a pretty significant deviation from the norm. So, how did this mistake come to light? Well, like many coin errors, it wasn't immediately recognized by the public. It took a few years for collectors to start noticing something unusual about these 1997 2p coins. And once collectors did notice, the coin quickly gained a reputation as a key date in the world of UK numismatics. The mistake was rare, and as word spread, collectors started seeking out these error coins, and their value began to rise. How much is the 1997 2p coin worth? Now, here's where it gets really interesting. So, how much can a 1997 2p error coin fetch on the open market? Well, depending on the condition of the coin and how rare it is, the value can vary quite a bit. In 2023, some of these error coins have been sold at auction for anywhere from £500 to £1,500 or more. For example, if you're lucky enough to have one of these coins in mint or near mint condition, you could be sitting on a small fortune. In fact, one of the highest-priced 1997 2p error coin sold at auction fetched a whopping £1,500, around $1,800 US. Not bad for a coin that originally had a face value of just 2p, right? Of course, the condition of the coin plays a massive role in its value. Coins with more wear and tear will be worth less, while those in pristine condition, especially if they've been kept in a protective case, will command the highest prices. For example, the error coins that are graded as uncirculated or proof are the ones that really make collectors sit up and take notice. Why are error coins so valuable? But why are these error coins worth so much more than their regular counterparts? After all, it's just a small mistake, right? Well, that's part of the allure. The rarity of an error coin combined with its unique story makes it highly desirable to collectors. It's like owning a piece of history, but one that deviates from the expected norm. This is a common theme in the world of numismatics. Error coins, whether they're from the UK, the US, or elsewhere, often fetch premium prices because of the scarcity of the mistake. The fact that a coin that was supposed to be struck a certain way turned out differently makes it special. Collectors are willing to pay a premium to own something rare, something with a story behind it. Now, not every error coin will turn into a windfall, but the 1997 UK 2p coin is a prime example of how a small minting mistake can lead to big rewards. So, if you have a 1997 2p coin lying around, it might just be worth a second look. Who knows? You could be holding onto a valuable collector's item. Other rare UK coins you should be aware of. If you're a coin collector or just someone who loves discovering hidden treasures, you might be interested in some other rare UK coins that could also be worth big money. Let's take a quick look at a few others that have caught the attention of collectors in recent years. For instance, the 2009 Kew Gardens 50p coin is one of the most famous and sought-after coins in the UK. With only 210,000 minted, this coin has sold for as much as £150 or more in recent years. Another example is the 1992 FA Cup £2 coin, which is valued highly because of a minting error where the reverse side was struck with the wrong design. So, keep your eyes peeled for these rare and valuable coins. They could be hiding in your change jar or even in your pocket. Well, that wraps up today's dive into the world of the 1997 UK 2p error coin and its surprising rise in value. It's a perfect example of how something as ordinary as a small coin can become a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more coin-related content, and leave a comment down below if you've ever come across a rare or valuable coin yourself. We'd love to hear about it. Until next time, happy collecting!